I'm Louis van der Merwe, the owner of Casterbridge Lifestyle Estate in White River. Started about 21 years ago, but started collecting cars about 25 years ago. Just had a few cars. So my very first car was a 1928 Morris Minor, and then my next one was a 1934 six-cylinder MG, which has been a great little car. Casterbridge was set up as a museum complex initially, and it kind of changed into a shopping centre. It was meant to be, the museum was meant to be a draw card for my furniture business, to get people to stop and then they would maybe buy some furniture. But it just happened that more tenants wanted to come in here, so we carried on building. It now has probably about, I've got about 70 tenants here now. Not all retail, but yeah, there's a lot of people here. The museum is not only our cars, we've got a few, but there are a lot of other collectors in the Lowveld that have parked their cars here. And we have a lot of fun finding them, restoring them, and looking after them. These are some of the restoration products that we haven't got to yet. An old international truck, which was parked actually in the front of Casterbridge and hit by a truck that missed the circle, so that needs a lot of restoration now. This old Packard, we're busy with the motor now, and then we're trying to find parts for it. This car belonged to Lord Delamere in Kenya, so it's quite a special car. This is a 1930s Auburn 851 Roadster, which was an old White River car. It's one of the few cars we have in White River that was an old White River car. So we're busy looking for parts for that now. We're busy restoring this E-Type, or putting it together for a friend, and he wants it ready for his wedding next year, so we've got a bit of pressure. This is a funny little thing. We found this locally. It's a Citroen Mahari. It's based on a Citroen 2CV chassis, so it's really goes over bumps unbelievably. Great little car. This is an Austin Healey we found, which was unrestored, didn't have a motor, and we found the correct motor for it. It's a 1958 106. It's a 3-litre engine. So we got the right motor for it. Beautiful car to drive. And it was made for racing, so it's got the racing thing behind the head there. So this is a 1912 Willys Overland. Found this down in Natal. Someone inherited a house, and they found out that the house was bigger on the outside than the inside, and this had actually been built into the garage and been built closed. And it was all there. All the original seats were there. It's now got all the original stuffing, but it's got new leather. All the leather had perished. But apart from that, everything is original in this car. Amazing old thing. And it still goes. You have to crank it to get it going, but it still goes. This is my 1934 six-cylinder MG, 1100cc. Got tiny little pistons, and it's an amazing little car. This was my first proper car that we got to restore here. Two-seater, called a 1934 L-type MG. Some of the vehicles are not that old. This is a 1972 Toyota, and but a lot of people come into the museum and they say, "Oh, we used to have one," or "My grandfather had one of those." This is Harry Waller's grandson's motor vehicle, Kim Waller. He's a movie maker, and he used this car filming. He's made a whole lot of movies for National Geographic. You can see the movie. Put the movie camera in there. It's seen action. I think elephant and whatever, and lots of chasing through the bush doing filming for his wildlife movies. This is my first car, the Morris Minor that we talked about earlier. This is the first one I found. We found that in White River in a shed. And then that little one came a bit later. That's an Austin 7. The museum's open every day. Its entrance is for free. And it's at the Casterbridge Lifestyle Centre in White River, just outside White River on the road to Hazy View, just next to the big circle.